emojis in the chat, some emojis in the chat. I'm feeling happy.
Wrong way, Paul.
I feel like dancing with Mint Topics podcast.
Welcome to the New Topic podcast. It is Friday, Juneteenth. Friday the Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. And it is Friday the Juneteenth. We are celebrating. We're still celebrating the announcement of the Ocarina of Time remake, Zelda. Did you guys know it's real? Did you guys know it's actually happening? I don't know about you, but I still feel like it's a dream. Like it's like all this. I'm gonna wake up one day and then the remake is gonna go back to being a rumor, and I'm like, oh no, that was
cost $100.
What costs $100, Paul?
I don't know.
I like $100. Speculation of how much is Grand Theft Auto 6 gonna cost?
Ooh, I want to talk about that too. I have my personal little predictions on that. But before that, I need to introduce the All-Star cast here today at the New Topics podcast. Starting with the one, the only, the queen, Joycey J. How you doing, Joycey?
Hello. Ocarina's Time is reborn, is real. Peace be upon all of you.
Ocarina's Time.
I apologize for my slideshow right here. We're going a little slow today. I apologize. But shout out to State 1024 for giving a membership to Paul Gale.
We got to say we got to say it like this. Thank you to Steak 1024 for the one gifted to the Paul Gale Network. Big shout out.
Big thank you.
I had a great week, and everything. It's been a very peaceful week.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling the guys before we started. I coined a new phrase. It's called peaceful euphoria. Everything in life is peaceful. My mind is peaceful. My surroundings are peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's where they're supposed to be. Everyone in my life is happy, and I'm very happy for that. So it's nothing extraordinary happened. Just low key feeling like God's favorite. Just saying, and that's it. And I played Splatoon.
Yeah, it is my comment. Come on down. You are the next contestant on the Odyssey is right. I'm not gonna play the music because then I'll get copyrighted. like last time.
We'll get copyrighted for that.
Yeah,
The Price is Right.
I did.
Is The Price is Right still even on?
Oh yeah, Drew Carey.
Oh,
Drew Carey. Yeah.
He's been doing it quite a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yep. I thought he retired for some reason. I thought I heard that.
No, I mean he's looking like Bob Barker did when Bob Barker retired, but he's still doing it.
Oh, okay. It's all good.
Yeah. And then over to the Paul, the Gale, the Force, the Network, the Chuck himself. How you doing, Paul?
Pretty good. By the way, 19 years. That's how long Drew Carey has already been on The Price is Right.
Crazy.
I remember when it was still new and then still like, oh yeah, I guess it's been a few years. No, it's almost 2 decades. Like for a whole generation out there, that's their guy.
Yeah. That's insane. I remember the first episode. That's insane. I'm so old.
Yeah.
You remember the first episode of Price is Right?
No, the Drew Carey Price is Right.
Oh, okay.
I like Drew Carey too. Like I think he's a great host.
I really liked him on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
Well, I liked everybody. I really liked Wayne Brady as well.
They were good.
It was so good.
They're so fast.
So yeah, what you got going on?
Really good improv.
The week has been good. More Star Fox demo. Gosh, I can't put it down. To the people that are like, it's too short, that's fine. You ever play Street Fighter, Splatoon, Mario Kart? It's enjoyable in short bursts. Or you could get sucked into a couple-hour ride. Star Fox demo is great. Been playing some Resident Evil 8 Village. And I fired up Mario Kart World yesterday for the first time in like a month or So, and like, still very fun. Still fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I play the demo too, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I love it I love that it's better to play. Easier in a way, easier to play. I mean, the controllers feel more better than they did on Nintendo 64. Of course, it's an improvement, right? And so it's easier to target sometimes. I guess I don't know if I have a. I mean, I might have like an assistant on or something, whatever. But I felt it like easier to target this time around, right? And I'm glad that the bunny didn't say do a barrel roll. He didn't say it. He didn't say it. I could just do it without hearing the do a barrel roll. I'm like, why would you tell me to do a barrel roll? I can't do. First thing, I don't have a barrel, and I can't do a roll because I'm in the ship. And
Well,
so
I think they're saving that for probably the game itself.
probably,
You know,
right?
I imagine the demo is again very short and very concentrated into like one kind of area or something like that.
Mhm.
So it's definitely not the whole game.
So he's still gonna say do a barrel roll. I know Paul loves the barrel line, right?
Do a
Paul?
barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
There was a certain stage in Star Fox Zero
Mhm.
where you play as Peppy Hare.
See?
It's not a spoiler because it's 10 years at this point. So if you haven't
Yeah.
played it, you should play it. Where were
Yeah.
you during the Wii U era, people? And you control Peppy.
That's a good question.
And every time you do a barrel roll, do a barrel roll, do a barrel roll, do a barrel roll. And like
Wait.
you can just do 50 barrel rolls and you can hear the line over and over. It's awesome.
That's hilarious. That's super funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
And well, me on this side of the my neck of the woods, still moving. 1 month and a half left for to move to the new home, and so we got 1 month and a half. Things are moving really quickly. Of course, the studio. You guys are going to be witness of the studio being built. I will be recording everything that's the walls, the hammering, and all that stuff, and so. That's happening. And on a bigger note, the channel today, we celebrate 7 years on YouTube. It's our 7th birthday, guys. 7th on YouTube. Crazy, right? Time flies. Of course, I was on YouTube before with my daughter. We had a channel called Family Gaming Club. We did that for about a year until she grew up and she grew out of it. She didn't want to be, I don't want to be a YouTuber no more. And so you guys can check that Family Gaming Club. Look it up. You can hear her little voice there. And then I moved on here to my passion which is a Nintendo. And we did we've been here for 7 years now, and it's been a ride. Would I have want to be further when it comes to the size of our channel? Yeah, of course. But am I proud of the work we've done together for 7 years? Yes, I am. I'm also even more happy about the friendships that I made here in Paul and Joycey, right? And so it's like I'm having a little get together with best friends every Friday to talk about video games, and I would not change that for anything in the entire world. I would not change that for 100,000 subscribers, for 1 million subscribers. I could care less about that. I really appreciate more, having Joycey and Paul here, just kind of hanging out and talking Nintendo and having fun, right? But 7 years, and here's to the next 7. Here is to the next 7 years.
Happy
on the
7th
channel.
anniversary.
Yeah, thank you.
Seven.
I know a lot of you reached out, asking me if I was going to do anything. I mean, I might do a live stream tomorrow. We'll do a special live stream tomorrow. We'll play some video games.
Ooh.
Call it a 7th birthday live stream, and we'll play some video games in Mario Kart, maybe Splatoon. We'll have some fun. We'll do something. But
Splatoon? Who said
Splatoon,
Splatoon?
yes. Splat.
You know that's my jam.
Splatoon. Yeah, Splatoon. And yeah, with that, we also have a Splatoon Direct coming in on the 30th of this month, which is very, very, very soon. So with that, I want to welcome everybody in chat. We welcome Paul, we welcome Joycey, I welcome myself. I want to welcome everybody in chat. Thank you guys so much for watching here, whether you're watching us on the Paul Gill Network channel, you're watching us on the Odyssey, on X, or on Twitch. You guys are amazing. I thank you so much for taking some time out of your day, out of your schedules, to just spend time with us here live on the podcast. If you're listening to us on demand, then guess what? Thank you so much also for just coming around and just leaving a comment. If you are watching us on demand, leave a comment down below. And so let us know. Let us know. By the way, hit the like button if you have not done so yet. Hit that like button. That helps the channel a lot. Actually pushes the stream a lot. And I also want to remind you guys, we're doing a four copies of the Zelda Ocarina of Time giveaway on the channel. So make sure to be, all you gotta do is be subscribed for that. All you gotta do is subscribe for that, and you can be in the running for copy of Ocarina of Time, 4 copies of that. And then of course we're doing a Nintendo Switch 2 giveaway. So yeah, that is all the updates for today. Let's get into the podcast, shall we?
I'm feeling happy with Ninja's podcast. I feel like dancing with Ninja.
All right.
Wait, which way are we going?
I don't know. I'm going everywhere. If I go the other way, I might crack my neck. All right. So we're talking about Zelda, but before we go into the big topic of Zelda, I want to do a recap, guys, because guess what? Zelda is not the only game in the neighborhood, although we have no clue when it's coming out, but we have other titles, right? It's like we have this argument out there that the Nintendo Switch has no games. Well, this is something that's completely opposite from the truth. Maybe there's not a game that you are interested in, but there's games. There's a lot of games, and I want to prove it to you right just now, right? Other than the games that haven't been announced, I'm gonna tell you. Well, we have Devil May Cry 5, Devil Hunter Ed, coming in June 23rd. Splatoon Raiders coming in July 23rd. Lives of P. I used to call it Lives of Pi. I don't know why. Lives of Pi.
I really want to try
edition.
that one.
Yep. August 2026. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. Tarnished Edition means that it comes with all the DLC, all the add-ons on Nintendo Switch. August 28th. Final Fantasy. This is what is it? 14? Is it 14? I think it's 14. Yeah, it's 14. Online, Square Enix also in August. We got Orbitals, TBD. Orbitals coming in, I think that's September 3rd. RuneScape Dragon Wilds. Also September 15th. Fire Emblems Fortune's Weave. The Wig. September 17th. Also, we got 007 Light. September 30th. Kingdom Hearts Collection 1, 2, 3 through 3. 1, 2, and 3. October 8th. This is on Switch and Switch 2. We're getting it native. Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arson from Capcom coming October 9th. Nintendo Switch Sports Resort October 22nd. Final Fantasy Resonance October 22nd, also 2026. That is the 3rd installment, and I cannot wait to get into that. I have to beat the second one. I haven't beat the second one yet. Call of the Duty, guys. Call of the Duty. Modern Warfare 4, October 23. October is a crazy month with games. My goodness. And we got Metaphor Refantasio, November 12th. So, hey, there are games out there. Is anyone
broke yet?
I mean, right now, I'm already broke just thinking about it. All these crazy games. Shout out to Canadian celebrating 8 months on the Odyssey. Thank you for your support over the last 8 months. You are great, awesome, amazing. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into what are we here for, right? Everybody is here for none other than Link, Zelda, Ganon. Who else? Who? Impa is here, right? Wait. What's the horse's name? John?
Epona.
Georgie? Okay.
Epona.
We're here for Epona. We're here for who else are we here for? Joycey.
In Zelda?
Yeah, I mean you can mention any character name from Ocarina of Time.
We're here for the owl Kapora. I always get his name wrong. Help me out, Paul. Save me. Thank you. Shout out to him. That's something I kind of hope they don't change in
Yeah.
the new game, because
Mhm.
the running joke is, did you get all that? And the top answer is no, and the bottom answer is yes. And you have to keep and you end up going through it because you're so trying to go through it really fast. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
kind of hope they leave that.
That's funny. That's hilarious. So yeah, we got to talk about it. We have to talk about it because guys, even though a lot happened. I was talking to Joyce and Paul behind the scenes saying, a lot happened this week, and it feels like it happened a while back, but everything just happened after the podcast. So we're gonna go ahead and bring it up again, guys. I know you probably heard about it, but we'll break it down for you. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments as well, and we'll be highlighting comments throughout the podcast, just kind of getting your thoughts. So make sure to chip in. Let me know what your thoughts are on any specific topic that we're talking about, and your comment might get highlighted, and we might go into discussion about it too. So yeah, this is an interactive community where we can talk to each other, and then it's not a one-way street. It's a two-way, three-way, four-way street, five-way street with stop signs everywhere. All right, so we got the Ocarina of Time confirmed. It's real. It's not a dream. I have to still pinch myself, make sure it's not a dream, you know. And so it is launching to this year. It's not delayed. I know there's the Zelda curse for the delayed games, but it's not delayed. It's coming out this year, right? And so the trailer left us in the biggest cliffhanger ever in Nintendo history with Link sleeping, looking like a king. When it comes to the graphics, and so since then there have been a lot of things happening when it comes to the Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time remake, and this is not official, guys. This is things that haven't happened accidentally. And we are going to break it down today. I know you've heard a lot of breakdowns on this, but then you'll hear our breakdown. You'll hear Paul's breakdown, Joyce's breakdown, and my personal breakdown. And I know there's a debate out there. There's a big giant debate. There's a debate. It's all like Obama, right? We're going to debate. And and so
yes, we can.
yes, we can. Yes, we can.
I want to thank Michelle and the American people.
Imagine a podcast of like 10 hours. Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and debate whether this game is gonna be Ocarina of Time one-to-one remake. Will it be open world? Will it be extra lore? There's a lot of questions out there, but we're gonna go ahead and start with that. Paul, do you have the notes in front of you?
Yeah, they're up here.
There's discoveries, the leaked description. You see that there?
Yes, with the what happened.
Yep. Yeah. You want to go ahead?
Shortly after the direct, fans discovered a hidden metadata description for the game on Nintendo's official website code. IGN noted the description read, "The N64 Classic Reborn as a full remake for Nintendo Switch 2. Experience Ocarina of Time with stunning visuals, updated designs, and timeless gameplay." The status? Nintendo quickly removed the text and replaced it with a generic placeholder, fueling further mystery about the project's scope.
All right, let's go ahead and break that down. Let's break it down. Yo, we're gonna break
it down. DX.
Yeah. I know that. So let's go ahead and break that down because there's a lot of speculation on this part here. This might be the second time you hear, or the third or fourth or fifth time you hear break it down, but maybe you hear something new. You'll hear something new. So feel free to pitch in as well. All right, so there has been a lot of speculation out there. People trying to decipher what Nintendo meant by this description, right? Before that, we have to go over to Dream. Wait, that's not Dream. Wait, Dream.
That's Dream.
Wow, Dream a little Mo.
There we go.
Dream a little more with the 10 gifted. Thank you so much, Dream a little more. You are the next contestant of the Odyssey of appreciation and gratitude. I don't know what to call the show. I should put a name to it. Thank you so much, Dreams, for your support. I appreciate you more than you know. And I want to welcome everyone who just joined the memberships because of Dream. Go ahead and everybody shout out Dream in the chat. And of course, everyone make sure to enjoy all the good emojis and all the good perks that you have available now. Thanks to Dream a little more. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You're awesome. All right, let's go ahead and go back to the speculation. The Nintendo 64 Classic Reborn as a full remake. There's been so much of it. People are looking into this and literally trying to find whatever they can. For example, the Nintendo 64 Classic Reborn. That phrase right there is driving people crazy. Like, wait a minute. What do they mean by reborn? Paul, what do you think they mean by reborn?
Well, it could be that the Link from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time that we know that got sent back into the past is reborn only to relive the same adventure again. And this is a quasi remake / sequel, the same way how Final Fantasy VII Remake is a remake / sequel, because they are reliving the same life again separately. So maybe this is the same Link who is destined to relive his life again, and that's why it is reborn. So we are in kind of a timeless loop. Could be something like that. Or it could just be this is the exact same story, but a retelling of how it is by new visual standards, and that's it. Though there could be a little bit of both in there, we'll see. Regarding the whole timeless gameplay thing,
we're not there yet, Paul. We'll get there. We'll
see.
We'll get there. So Reborn, Joycey, Reborn. We've heard that a lot. A lot of us think it's the title. It'll be cool if it was the title, right?
I think it should be.
Right?
I think it should be part of the title. Also, it'll also differentiate between the new one and the old one. Not that I don't think the old one is anywhere on recent store shelves, but still. When I think of Reborn, and I think I've said this every single podcast, it's like, the story you thought you knew. So what do we know? And I'm not going to say everything because, Mike, I know you haven't finished it, but you know about the timeline split, and this is the movie. This is the game that does that for the timeline, and this is what Zelda fans have argued about for, I don't know, 4 decades or so, 3 decades. So what I expect personally, we already have seen some of the graphics, so we have an idea. So what's really important to me is more story lore. More story lore. I know you've played through the beginning of Ocarina of Time, Mike, so this isn't surprising. And of course,
I did.
Yes, you have.
I did. Yeah, I did.
And me and Paul, of course, have played it a few dozen times ourselves. So the beginning of the game, it basically tells you that Link's mother, when he was a baby, she was dying and she had to give her baby to the Great Deku Tree to raise. I would like to see, I don't want to see a mom pass away, but I would like to see that scene played out, maybe with a little bit more depth. What does she say to the Great Deku Tree? What happened to her? I know she was injured, but did the Kokiri children get together and say, hey, we're going to bury her in a special spot, or something like that, and then build Link's treehouse next to it or something like that? I would love that kind of detail. What is Sheik doing all this? Every time I see Sheik, she always has some whatever had some deep poetry to drop in a song, know. What is she doing that she's getting so deep? Now, we all know what the twist is and everything, but I'm very interested into seeing what Sheik is actually doing during this time period. So maybe after you finish it, while Link is in his 7-year slumber, I would like to see Ganon wreak havoc on Hyrule. We never see Ganon wreak havoc on Hyrule. We are always there in the aftermath.
Yeah.
Right? I want to see him do some damage. Make me see Ganon. In my opinion, he's supposed to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
But we don't really technically, outside of a couple scenes in like Tears of the Kingdom and Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment, we don't really see Ganon being totally bad.
Yeah.
I mean, like to the point where I want to destroy him. We just do it because that's the way the game goes. I want to see Ganon on his worst behavior. I want to see how are these people turning into redeads. You want to shout out real quick?
Yeah. Blue Moon 412. Is that a new number? 412? I feel like that changes a lot. 412. Blue Moon. I call you Blue. Blue. Thank you so much, Blue, for the past 48 months. How many years is that? It's 2 years and a couple months, right? Right? Am I right? Wait, it's almost 3 years. Right?
Something like that. I don't do math.
Is my math good? My
Ask
math is
Paul.
bad.
He do math.
48 months, exactly 4 years.
4 years. That's insane. Supporting the channel for that long. Thank you so much, Blue.
Very
I appreciate
cool.
you so much. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Blue. Shout out to Boo Mini. Boo Mini's in the chat.
Hi, Boo. So I expect way more lore. I would like. I was talking about wreaking havoc on Hyrule. I'm very interested in where the redeads come from, where certain monsters come from, where these pose that we see out in Hyrule Field at night. Now, one could say, well, it's obviously people who were once alive who have now passed on and blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, I want to see it, though. I want to see it. I mean, it doesn't mean like every single little thing has to be explained, but I want to see certain details. That's one of the things I will say about the Wild era. I think they got a lot of really, really good details in that game. The littlest details. Link kicking open a chest with his bare foot and he hurts his foot. They didn't have to put that in there. Somebody's doggy is not happy.
I feel like somebody's stomach is growling.
I think that's Miss Peach. Anyway, I would like to see. I don't know if they would give us extra dungeons, but when I think of a ground up remake, you're basically making a new game with the original as the blueprint, right? So they had time to put in additional dungeons. Is my point.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have said it. We would like to have an actual light dungeon and not just given the medallion. Let's go to an actual dungeon and get it. I'm excited. I really would like to hear some backstories about the bosses. And I heard this on another podcast the other night. Shout out to the Geek One. Can't wait to see more cutscenes to elaborate on the story more in The Legend of Zelda. 100% agree with you. She gets exactly what I'm saying. I'm sorry. So I said light dungeon. I want to know the background on the bosses. Like Bongo Bongo. There's the theory that he was originally, I believe, a thief that got caught and had a very horrible execution. And by the time you get to him, he's a monster now. I want to hear the story. What if he's innocent?
Right? Come on.
Give me a moral conundrum. I'm not looking forward to seeing Queen Goma because she is an arachnid, and y'all know how I feel about arachnids. And now with realistic graphics, I'm scared. But I would like to hear her backstory. And gameplay I'm not particularly worried about. I don't expect them to give us a jump button. I don't expect them to completely eradicate the original, but give us some extra moves. And this is where my Twilight Princess fantasies kind of come in. I love that we could learn new moves throughout the game that made certain things interesting. I mean, after a while, no offense, but just hitting kind of the same button with a few slashes, Give us a
Mhm.
couple combos, Nintendo. We can handle it. We can handle it.
Interesting. Interesting. So I
That's
just put
my
a
opinion.
poll. I just made a poll, and I love the opinion. Thank you so much for sharing. There is a poll on right now because, yeah, as Joycey mentioned, yes, I am in the middle of starting a live stream playing Ocarina of Time for the first time. I mean, well, for the first time, actually beating it. And so you guys are gonna be my guides. Literally, the chat will be my guides. Guides on where to go if I get lost, how to do this, maybe some challenges here and there. And so I put on the poll, which one should I play? Should I play the Ocarina of Time Nintendo 64 version or the 3DS version? I do play it 3DS, although I can't really see the little screen. But I have the game, and what I do is I take the game and I use the emulator to play it on my computer, so I can stream that one too.
Can I,
So
real
yeah,
real quick?
yeah,
Um, I love the poll that you put up, but since you are going to be technically a newer player in a way because you haven't completed the game,
mhm,
that's one of the reasons I want to know if it's a 1-to-1 copy. I do not want it to be a 1-to-1 copy
mhm.
because if it is, and you play it now, you're probably not going to be, other than the beautiful graphics and things like that and the orchestrated music, you're probably not going to be as surprised.
Yeah,
That's my
yeah.
concern.
So it's
So
better to
I would
play
really
play
like
the
to
old
know.
one. It's better to play the old one before I play the remake, right? To make sure
No, I'm saying I don't know. I don't know. I would like to know if it's a 1-to-1 remake. Please do not be a 1-to-1 copy of the first game.
yeah, yeah.
Reborn, I want it to be reborn. I really want, because
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I 100% trust Nintendo. I know I say that every week, and I'm glad when I'm wrong. Because the thing about it is, if it's not a 1-to-1 copy, then I want you to play the original so you understand what the differences are in the new one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's why this happened. Oh, this boss looks new and everything.
Mm.
But if it's just a 1-to-1 copy, then I would just say just wait for the new one. In my personal
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah. I don't think it's gonna be a one-on-one copy though. I think it's gonna have more than the original.
I
Um,
hope so.
yeah. So and then we have, okay. So we broke down the reborn. Paul and Joycey, let us know what they think about the reborn part. I also think it's basically it's a reimagining, right? It's a retelling, like Paul was saying. I think that's what they mean by reborn. It's a retelling, reimagining. It's Ocarina of Time as we intend it to be, but because of the limitations of the software back then, the hardware, we couldn't bring you this version. We couldn't bring you the full vision of Ocarina of Time. I understand there was a lot of cut content for the first
Mm-hmm.
game, and so maybe this time the reborn part is okay. We're gonna bring you Ocarina of Time just like we intended to be. Because remember, Miyamoto always says, yeah, Breath of the Wild is basically Zelda One, how we wanted Zelda One to be. This is Breath of the Wild. And so, if you guys didn't know, fun fact that's known out there is that Breath of the Wild, when they started developing it, they actually made the model in the graphics of NES first, of the very first game. So they made Breath of the Wild in NES before they made it in for Nintendo Switch, right? And so Reborn for me is they are retelling the story. They are making sure that they can tell the full story now. Maybe new cutscenes, new areas, a deeper look into the characters themselves. And so I'm looking forward to that. The other part is Reborn as what? As a full remake for Nintendo Switch 2. Experience Ocarina of Time with stunning visuals. We've already seen some stunning visuals, designs, and timeless gameplay. Now, there's two parts here: full remake, which stands out. Full remake. They're remaking everything about it. Okay, and it's not just like and timeless gameplay. When you really read it, you don't really see you get it, right? You get what it means. But
I
just for the
don't.
heck of it, just for the heck of it, we're gonna go over it. Full remake. What is a full remake to you, Paul? What does that mean to you? A full remake.
Completely made from the ground up, no source code being ported over. They are recomposing, going with their computers, drawing things, polygons, music, story writing, typing along, etc. It could have the vision of the past that they are remaking,
Mm-hmm.
so that, okay, we're not just going to change the character and play as Paul. No, it's still going to be Link. It's not going to take place in California. No, it's going to take place in Hyrule. It is called Ocarina of Time. So we're
Mm-hmm.
taking that concept, and it's going to have the familiars of the Deku Tree, of the young boy in the forest. Expect dungeons that existed in the past, and it's the game that you know and love, but we are just taking that and then making it new from scratch in the year 2023 to have it come out in 2026 using the modern conventions and technologies of that era on our most powerful system to date. So expect everything that we could do now with the storyboard and mechanics and thoughts and love that we had behind the original back in 1993 until it came out in 1998.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got quite a bit of hype for this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long
And
way of saying it's being built new. Not a
how about you?
recoating of visuals, not a repainting of it. I don't think you will get the same dialogue. I think
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you will still have similar phrases when you talk to Mido and Saria and the Bazaar owner and various characters in the game. Talon, Malon, Ingo, when you visit them, they'll have similar things. Oh, where is Malon? She's late to milk the cows. Darn it. But there will be more there. It's kind of like what they're doing with Star Fox. There are some elements that are carrying over with the story, but look at how much they've expanded not just the conversations in between, but the behind the scenes in between the stages. So I think that's what we're going to get, because like Zelda has only gone up in terms of speech. You look at just the leap from Ocarina of Time to Skyward Sword, there was like this much dialogue, and then now there's this much dialogue. And then you look at Breath of the Wild, and like just Princess Zelda's diary alone probably has more words that you read than the entire Twilight Princess. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
not to say that they're just gonna like, oh, give everybody a monologue every time they talk. No, but it will be more fleshed out. In part, maybe due to the limited capacity size of the cartridges at the time, or not knowing what type of audience are we dealing with now? How much do people want to read in this era? But we can't quite go with full-on voice acting for this much in a game because it's quite a bit of text, more so than Star Fox, which, by the way, had like 42 minutes of speech. But now we don't really have that limitation. So things are going to just evolve. It's going to go more and more and more. You know, it's
Yeah.
a
We
remake.
got
Remake.
we got to know, guys. Ocarina of Time was the very first 3D Zelda. Okay, the very first 3D Zelda on Nintendo 64, just like Mario was the very first 3D Mario. And how far they've come. Okay, how far they come since 3D since the game was first introduced on Nintendo 64. So think about that. How far has Nintendo come with their 3D games? The Legend of Zelda franchise, how far has it come when it comes to their 3D games? And now they're taking their very first 3D game for the Legend of Zelda, their beloved game, and bringing it over to modern audiences. That'll tell you how, not only how much of a remake this is going to be, but maybe how big it's going to be. What do you think, Joycey?
Say that last part again. I'm sorry, my mom texted me. Can
How,
you say that
how
one more
big
time?
that, because this was the first 3D Zelda for Nintendo, that with how much experience they've gained over the years, and developing the franchise in 3D form, right? And world building and like Paul was saying, in dialect and just storytelling, how much more of a remake this game, how much more in size and in just pure content this game is going to be than the first one.
I expect it to be more dense, but I don't expect this huge, like Breath of the Wild type of map. Ocarina of Time is its thing. Let it be its thing, and we're gonna work within the parameters of that game. However, it's just going to be bigger, badder, and uncut. You know.
Yeah.
So again, voice acting. Okay.
Yeah.
Some of the things that Paul was touching on. I'm okay with or without voice acting. But then I think about certain things like Redeads and the fact that they like to, is it the Redeads? No, it's the Gibdo. I'm sorry. Gibdo. And they like to scream before they hug you to death. Is that scream now going to be by a real person? And we've all seen a horror movie or two. We know what some of these screams can sound like. So, I think about things like that. But so I expect to see more Poes at night in Hyrule Fields. It'd be cool if we got a Poe that would talk to us and tell us their life story. I would like things like that. See, those are the things I'm looking for. I'm not looking for Ocarina of Time to turn into something else. Take the story as it is and use your own lore and build it up. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's really, I think, what most of the fans who've already played it, I think that's what we're looking for. If we just wanted pretty graphics, I mean, we got that on 3DS. So, and graphics, I'm not as much of a graphics monster. I think it's impressive for a remake. I appreciate it, but what's really going to make me buy this game is that it's not a one-to-one copy and there's more stuff in there. It's the story we thought we knew. I'm going to keep saying that until it's released, probably. So that's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, I like it because it's another way of saying, it's a retelling. It's a reimagining. It's also the story we really wanted to tell, And so my kind of, I'm curious whether the team that was given this task, right, to make Ocarina of Time, when they were building the game, were they just given the story and say, hey, don't even look at Ocarina of Time, the first game. I want you guys to build, here's the story, build the game. Built a brand new game called Ocarina of Time with this story. Don't go back. I don't want you to look back. I don't want you to be influenced by what was there. Here is the story. Build the game. That's my I'm curious to see. And of course, I'm curious to know who built it. Is it Grezzo or is it, Nintendo? Is it PDD, EDP, PPD?
I hope it's Monolith Soft.
Or Monolith Soft, who
I want
built
it to be Monolith Soft.
And is Eiji Aonuma involved?
I'm almost certain he's involved on some level.
I bring it up because there's the other speculation, and people are asking out there, why wasn't Eiji Aonuma the one to announce the trailer? When normally he's front and center, Zelda, and it was the Nintendo Direct guy that was like the main host of the show. And so he wasn't there to introduce it. So that's why I'm just putting everything on the table. Everything that people are saying out there, I'm bringing it here to discuss it. Why did Eiji Aonuma wasn't there? Maybe he'll be part of the Nintendo Direct Zelda, the Zelda specific Direct, once we get that, But that question is out there. Maybe, and so.
I saw another good question in chat. A couple of them, actually.
Highlight it. Let's do it.
So Dream a Little Mo was talking to Lottie specifically, but that's okay. I wonder if Ocarina of Time releases on the anniversary. I want that so bad, Dream, but I looked it up. What was it, the 28th in November? Paul, correct me.
November 23rd in North America, which is a Monday. Possible, not likely, but possible. And then November 21st in Japan, which is Saturday.
So
19th would be as close as you could get.
right. Unless they
Thursday.
just I would totally be okay if they just released it on a Monday. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Zelda's different, you know, and don't get me wrong, Mario is still the baby of Nintendo. He's the mascot. Everybody loves Mario, and Mario's for everybody. Zelda, in my opinion, is more beloved and more revered in a certain way.
Yeah.
And only because there's a tone of seriousness in it. So people it's a different vibe. So I kind of feel like a Zelda game, Mario could get away with it too, but I definitely feel like a Zelda game could get away with being released on a Monday.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
I'm gonna say,
But I don't think they will though.
I'm gonna predict that's gonna be nowhere near the anniversary. Only in month alone, it'll be November 5th. November 5th at the beginning of the month. I'm just thinking about the last Zelda game that was released for Nintendo. Actually before that, Echoes of Wisdom was the last one. Tears of the Kingdom was released on May 5th, right toward the beginning of the month, and so I'm like, I think Nintendo's like they want to release it beforehand, like at the beginning of the month.
And we also sorry.
I think he wasn't there because it would have definitely ruined the surprise of an announcement, regardless of Nate the Hate leaking the game. Not even everyone believed. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, good point. Good point.
There was another question, and I think we talked about this last week. I can't find it right now, but somebody also asked, will they put Ocarina of Time against GTA 6? Can I just please allow me to rant momentarily? Y'all, those are two different genres, two different types of games. Way different. So if you there's a very good chance if you like GTA, you probably played Ocarina of Time at one point, and you're probably picking up both. You know, and then everybody's not buying day one, regardless of which one it is. Everybody's not buying day one. So the games, we can't really compare apples to oranges because they're two different types of games. Now, if you really want a fair fight, release a Final Fantasy game and a Zelda game on the same day.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And I think Final Fantasy would kind of win, but who cares? You know, everybody's gaming, everybody's getting something for them. And it's just an all around good time to be a gamer. The gaming gods have blessed us. Thank you, Halia. You know, joke.
Yeah.
But so I don't think that there's going to be any real competition.
Yeah. So extra points for Dramatic Brawler because he agrees that he also thinks to be on November 5th. I put my money on that date. Just saying. Yeah.
Why that date? Just curious. Not challenging you. Just curious.
It's the first. I think they want to get that game out there as in November, holiday season, but not so close to not so close to Black Friday, which is towards the end of November. They want to get that game out before Black Friday, before the holiday season officially starts around that time. And so giving that game some space, people can just concentrate on that and not get involved in the whole Black Friday. That game is not going to be on sale on Black Friday, And so once Black Friday comes,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but once Black Friday comes around, then people can just concentrate on that and save money and then it's just
then the question becomes, what's the holiday game? And nobody beat me up. I'm sorry, but I kind of feel like Ocarina of Time is first of all, Zelda is usually a system seller, just like Mario is, and I think that might be a good holiday game, especially with the price going up on the Switch too. I wouldn't be surprised if it came out as the holiday game, because then everybody's already in the mood to buy gifts. They've probably already planning to buy a Switch 2 around that time, and now they have a classic reimagined of because now all the kids who played the original Ocarina of Time, they're all the parents now. So the question is probably going to be, are the parents buying it for their kids or for themselves?
Yeah, to me, any game that releases in October, November, and December, I consider holiday games. Like that little corner, that little type of area, right toward the end of the year. The what quarter is it, Paul? Fourth quarter, they call it, of the year. Fourth quarter.
That's fourth quarter holiday.
Yeah, exactly. The holiday quarter is like the fourth quarter of whatever money stuff, and so that's that's why I put it there in November. November 5th. So if it happens, I'll add. If it happens in November 5th, I'll add an extra giveaway to the poll. I don't know if you addressed this already, but when do you think we could see more of the game? I feel August, since there's nothing then. I believe. What do you guys think?
Well, you all know my idea of how I think Nintendo should talk about it next, and that is a 1-2 punch. July 14th or July 28th, basically a week before or a week after San Diego Comic-Con. Because I could see Nintendo having a Zelda-specific direct before the San Diego Comic-Con, which is mid-July, and say, this following Tuesday or whatever it is our Zelda direct. You go over, here's a Zelda port coming this fall. Here's a new deal that's a crossover with Puma or Vans or Havaianas. Here's the next Lego set. Here's something coming out in August called The Legend of Zelda 40, a timed exclusive game to NSO, something like that. And here's The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. By the way, stay tuned next week at the San Diego Comic-Con for the first teaser trailer of the following image. And it's a poster of the Zelda movie. Okay, cool. So it gets people hyped up for San Diego Comic-Con, in which at that event they show off the trailer for the movie. Or you do it the opposite way around. At San Diego Comic-Con, you have the trailer for the movie, the cast, whatever. Small teaser trailer, not the whole shebang. But the movie's going to be 9 months away. That's a perfect time to do a teaser trailer. And then at the following, the conclusion of that event, or that panel, say, by the way, we're proud of next week, we'll be having a direct for The Legend of Zelda 40th anniversary. So stay tuned. And at that direct, you piggyback off of the Comic-Con event, and then you show off the game. So that's one or two ways that I like to look at it. The other way is, it's a little bit different, but it's wait till August 22nd, which is a Sunday. Not impossible for Nintendo to do it. Pick August 22nd, the date of the 39th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda's NES debut in North America. And you have that as the date for this Zelda 40th anniversary. We are in the 40th anniversary now from when the game came out in Japan in February of 1986. Today is the 39th anniversary of the game in North America, and we have chosen this date as the best of both worlds because it's also celebrating the month that Paul Gale Network created the world's first The Legend of Zelda pool a couple of years ago to show you the following Zelda footage. And boom, you go from August 22nd. If you go with 50 days later, you're looking at an October 11th release. I'm not saying it would be October 11th, but the reason why I said 50 is 50 days is what Nintendo did from Star Fox reveal to Star Fox launch. But they went from a full direct to the launch of the game. This would be from a full direct to the launch of a game, but you have to take into consideration that little bit of time from June to August as the 2 months of nothing in between. Could that be a possibility? Could Zelda, in effect, be just a 2-month wait from August to October? Maybe. That's the same way of Star Fox, 50 days after the direct. If you go 50 days after one of my, July possibilities, then you're looking at like mid-September. But I don't see this game coming out September. I think I like November 19th because it's close and it's a big, bold move. And don't forget, the Nintendo Switch 2 audience that does not have a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series will not be buying Grand Theft Auto 6, maybe because they don't have the system to play it on, and they're not going to spend $800 to play the game. So it's still a different audience that will be playing The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now, I'll be buying both, because I have 3 systems that are capable of playing both games, but not everyone will. So, yeah, it's a little bit different than if it was, like Joycey said earlier, Final Fantasy VII Part 3 and Ocarina of Time coming out the same day. You've got 2 blonde-haired protagonists with big swords and grand music in a fantasy setting on the there's going to be some clash. If you put a Sonic game and a Banjo-Kazooie the same day, there's going to be a little bit of a clash. A Call of Duty and a Halo same day, a little bit of a clash. LA Noire and Grand Theft Auto, yeah. But Zelda and Grand Theft Auto can coexist. There will be probably some eating of sales, but Nintendo can't worry completely about that. So I still like November, but this other August idea, lends some credence to maybe an October release, and then you got a little bit more room to roll and play with the holidays, and maybe.
All right. All right. What do you think, Jersey?
This is all I have to say. I'm still a little divided right now with the little information we have. I'm still a little divided on if I want to watch a direct. I kind of low key don't, and I want you guys to just like tell me about it. But I don't actually want to watch it because I'm going to buy it regardless. Okay?
Yeah. You want a surprise? Yeah.
However, the one thing I will say is Nintendo, peace and blessings to you. But please, can you give us at least 24 to 48 hours notice and not please. A 10-minute notice?
Yes, please.
Please. Pretty please. I can take off work. I'm just saying, don't give us a 10-minute like they did Star Fox. And I still don't like that they did that with Star Fox.
I think they did that because of Nate. I think they did that because of Nate. I'm 100% sure they did it because of Nate, but at least they fixed it because during the Nintendo Direct they did announce the Splatoon Raiders 2 weeks before. So 2 weeks and a couple of days before. So we have a Splatoon Raiders Direct on the 30th. And to answer this question, let me direct everyone's attention towards my diagram.
Oh, we got a diagram.
And with that, I want to say that this year, ever since I started predicting things in early February, I've gotten every single thing correct. I said at the beginning, Nintendo's having a year like they had in 2024. I don't know why I said that. When you look at 2024, they had a February Direct, but it was a partner showcase, right? Then in March, they had an Indie World. And I said, hey, next up, Indie World. The following week, Nintendo announced an Indie World. I said June Direct is happening in February, and June Direct just happened this time, before Nate the Hate. So take that, Nate. And so here is my...
Poor Nate.
here is the rest of my 100% foolproof prediction. Okay, of course, Splatoon Raiders. I'm cheating with that one because that was already announced on the 30th. We're having a Zelda Direct early to mid July. That's the month that I'm going for. Zelda Direct. Almost 100%. Almost 100%. It says almost 100% right there. You see, it says it right there. Almost 100%. For Zelda Direct next month. August, Nintendo still has more games to announce for their partners. So we'll have either an indie or a partner showcase, or we have a combination of both, because in 2024, that's what Nintendo also did. We had a 40-minute dual direct for the partner and indie put into one. And I think with Nintendo Switch 2 getting so much partner support, this could be the one where they announce this game. What game is it? It's coming out now. Not 007. 6. I know that I know it's a 6. I'm having a brain fart, guys. I'm old. So, what's the game that's coming out now? What's the game that's coming out now? The big giant beluga whale one. Miami, filmed in my backyard.
Grand Theft Auto 6?
Yeah, that one. So I'm having a brain fart. So
yeah, I don't know how you forgot about that.
I know. Dream, thank you, Dream, also in the chat. Partner Direct will be a great time for announce that Nintendo GTA 6 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2 in 2027. So I'm just putting it there. August, Partner Direct, Indie Direct, and then in September we'll have another Nintendo Direct that's dedicated to 2027 games. This is where we can see the next 3D Mario. All right, this is where we can see a teaser to the next 3D Mario. Right, and in between these directs here, we're gonna have Zelda. I believe that the July Direct could be the 40th anniversary, where we see the teaser trailer for the Ocarina of Time. No, not Ocarina of Time. For the live action movie of Zelda. Okay, this one could be right there. It could be that one right there. And so we already far in to the development of the movie that they could cut out a teaser trailer without the movie completely being fully edited. They can do that. They've done that before in the past. And so just if you guys want to screenshot this here or follow me on X, it's already on there. I also have a video I posted with this exact the road to more timeline. And yeah, again, I've been 100% right. I don't have any sources. I'm just a professional guesser and professional speculator. You know, I have a degree in speculating and a doctor degree in guessing. You know, so here we have it.
Another good question I saw in chat, and I'm sorry, I forgot who said it. I wrote it down though. What do y'all think the ESRB rating is going to be? I looked it up, and the original Ocarina of Time was rated E for everyone. Then the 3DS version was rated E10 plus with a description of animated blood, fantasy violence, and suggestive themes. I don't really know what the suggestive themes were, but so I'm like, can we get a teen rating out of this one? That'd be kind of nice,
right? Yeah, because
if you're picking up GTA 6 anyway for your kid, then a T rating on a Nintendo game ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now, also, Nintendo, we know it's not going to be gratuitous, bad stuff.
I think of the mainline Zelda games, only Twilight Princess was rated T. The rest of them have been E10 plus, or they are too old that they didn't get a rating yet because they were pre-Mortal Kombat ESRB.
Didn't Breath of the Wild have a team rating?
Was that?
Didn't Breath of the Wild have a team rating because of the drinking? I'm sorry. I just interrupted you for nothing. I'll look it
up. With the more realistic graphics, which the last time we kind of had was Twilight Princess, and given that this game does have some scarier things, and scarier things being depicted in more realism can equal more scary. And even if they do animated blood by color changing it, I think that this one might be enough to go T. Yeah. I'm going to go T.
And to answer my own question, both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom were E10 plus. But if y'all noticed in Tears of the Kingdom, they took out the use of alcohol.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So a couple more things here really quickly about the Ocarina of Time remake. We're talking about the voice acting. You guys think it will have full voice acting? Well, I mean, it had a narration, so that kind of tells you that it'll have full voice acting. But do you think Nintendo would have new voice actors added, a brand new roster of voice actors, or will they use any voice actors from the past? I saw a new chat. I think it was Lottie who said, "I hope they bring back
Patricia Somerset."
Yeah, to voice. I don't want that.
Me either.
Just because she already has a specific voice for Zelda in Breath of the Wild, that this is the different Zelda, so she should have a different voice, right? What do you guys think?
Well, the thing is, I think Patricia Somerset is for the now and the future. And God bless her, because I really hated the way the internet trashed her, because I loved her version of Zelda in the Wild era. I thought it was great. I thought she sounded exactly how she should have sounded. I am not against full voice acting for Ocarina of Time, because again, I want to keep some of that 1998 charm, However, what I'm not against is there being a narrator telling us the story.
Ooh, Morgan Freeman. I
would love it, Morgan Freeman.
I am the great Deku, which will also be narrating the story. Please stay tuned for more.
Just saying, when that's not what God sounds like. But the thing about it is, if you were to imagine what God sounds like, it does sound like a Morgan Freeman or a James Earl Jones. And if you've seen the movie, and I'm going to talk about this movie forever, if you've seen the movie Bruce Almighty, it has Jim Carrey, and Morgan Freeman does play God.
Yeah.
And he's very good at it. He's very convincing at it. So yeah, I would love if they were able to. That's where all the budget would have gone, though.
How about
Morgan
Jason?
Freeman.
How about Jason Statham as Link
No,
with a very particular set of skills?
no.
Go ahead, Paul.
Go sit in the
Paul's
corner,
a good
right?
voice actor.
Yeah, we'll get Paul to do it.
I could do it.
Yeah, Paul could do it.
Depends on who you want me to be.
Go, you're Link, but you're also Jason Statham
No, you're not. No.
as Link.
Go sit in the corner.
I think here's the thing. What I know about voice actors. Look at Charles Martinet. That's a voice actor, professional, and look at how different Mario is from Wario. He could go from "It's me, Mario" to "Have a rotten day, Wario." That's one guy. So who's to say Patricia Somerset can't go, "Link, be careful," but change up her pitch to not be
Link, be careful.
Zelda as she is in Breath of the Wild. Hurry, Link. But to match her personality and still be feminine because she is a woman that could produce this voice, but she's also professional that could change up the voices and be Zelda in this game. So it's like, oh, wait a minute. Shouldn't it be similar because they're all ancestors / reincarnations of one another? So I would say, yeah, Patricia Somerset, I'm down with it, but just have the director, the approach be like, be different, with more veracity if that's necessary, or a little bit deeper and so forth. You know what I mean? Because then it'd be like, oh, there's a little bit of DNA in the voice. Guess what? It's the same lady, but it is different because it's not the same Zelda.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. Then again, I'm also okay with someone else, I guess. Whoever they think is the best for the job. It's like my thing with Henry Cavill. I thought he was a fine Superman.
Yeah.
Did he, as Superman, do things that are uncharacteristic of Christopher Reeve and that Superman? Yes. Is that his fault? No. That's what he was given. He was given these lines to read with this directorial approach. So you can't blame the actor of, he didn't do that. That's not what Superman would do. It's not his fault. He was reading the lines that was given to him by the writers and told him to act that way from the director. Same thing with Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I
loved him as Lex Luthor.
That's what he was given. No, it's not Michael Rosenbaum, who's my favorite.
The best one, by the way.
Or Gene Hackman, who's my favorite.
Ooh, Gene Hackman is also. I mean, they're tied.
So you give Patricia Somerset, this is the direction that we would like you to take. We have faith in you because you're a professional. We know you can deliver. What can you do? All right. So we'll see.
I will say this: if they do voice acting, I feel like Link, if they let Link talk, which I don't think they will in Ocarina of Time, I think that's for a future Zelda game. But if they did, Ocarina of Time, for having the music and the fun, it's a very sad and dark story. Once you put all the pieces together, it's actually very sad. So I think that I would feel like Link's voice would have to be very quiet but heavy, meaning like you should hear in his quietness how he has the weight of the world on his shoulders. I don't know exactly what that sounds like, but I know I wouldn't know it if I heard it. Does that make sense? Yeah. And I really hope they address that because it's tough when you put it all together.
You know what cool? You know what the cool thing is that we're not only getting, if we do get voice acting for Zelda and for Link, we're not only getting one voice actor for per character because they have a kid form and they have an adult form. So we're getting two voice actresses for Link and Zelda. And so yeah, let's say we get Somerset, because she's a she already has a track record. She's a good voice actress. When I hear Zelda in my head, I hear her. Um, I want the voice actor for Child Link to be none other than Grace Safe. She's a voice actress for Pragmata, the girl from Pragmata. Amazing actress. It's like wow. And when I was playing the game, I was like, this little girl can play, child Zelda in the Ocarina of Time remake. So
well, you also have to remember they don't. The voice actor doesn't have to be a child. You got to remember Bart Simpson is been voiced all these years by an adult woman.
Yeah, no, yeah, I understand.
Or if you watch the Boondocks, Riley and I forgot what the brother's name was. The other brother's name was. Were both played by Regina Hall, a woman.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see if they go with two different actors, like like a child in a. I would love for them to go with a child because it'll just bring it more to life, right? Like an actual child's voice, you can recognize that and say, hey.
I didn't know. It depends because thing about it is you don't know. That's the gift of being a voice actor. You don't know what they really sound like. Who's that other voice actor that I like? I used to watch him on when Living Single was on back in the day. Oh, Paul, you know him. He played Kyle on Living Single, but let me look him up. Hold on.
Well, you
guys know him now.
While you look that up, the last part of that we want to go over real quickly here before we end the podcast. Kyle
Barker. Sorry, done.
Kyle Barker is a voice actor for what?
Oh wait, is that his TC? Thank you.
For Boondocks?
No, he played on Living Single, but he's a voice actor, and he's been what's the game that he was in?
God of War. He was the original Kratos.
Ooh,
there you go.
Interesting.
I knew Paul would know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
he would make a good Deku Tree.
Interesting.
Just saying. He would make a good Deku Tree because the thing about it is his regular voice that comes out is very nice and very smooth and everything. But then when he's playing Kratos or somebody else, it sounds like a completely different person. Like you wouldn't guess that was TC Carson.
So the guy that took over the Game Awards that took like 10 hours to today's speech, is that the same guy or was that the second actor? Second actor for Kratos. He's the second actor that took over, right?
For Judge, he's the Kratos of the last two, like the 2018 and the God of War Ragnarok God of War games.
Okay.
But both are really good. Like
he can make a good canon. He would make a good canon too.
I could hear it.
Yeah. So the last part is price point for Ocarina of Time. And we'll go ahead and talk about price point for GTA as well. We'll throw it in there because I know Paul has his take for the Ocarina of Time and GTA. All right, Paul. Are we getting well, this is I don't think we're I'll ask the question. Price for Ocarina of Time there'll be like a special edition for this game since it's like a remake, people love it. And will that be priced differently? And then of course your GTA price prediction.
I think that The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time should have an MSRP of $120 for the basic version, because that is the price equivalent, adjusted for inflation, of $60 from 1998. So in 1998, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, for all of the moms and dads out there that had to bust their butts to make $60 to buy their kids, all of us high schoolers, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, that was $60 back then. It's $120 today. So that's what it should be because it's a remake and you're remaking the price too. Okay. I'm half joking. That being said, I think that unlike Star Fox, which is a grand remake, but of a smaller IP with less of a sales likelihood, needs to be a little bit lower to penetrate more houses.
Yeah.
And it's also a shorter game, so it's less involved, whereas Zelda is a more ambitious title with a fully rotatable camera angle and likely to be greater story, more things that can go wrong because you're in more control of things, that I'm looking at, okay, probably Donkey Kong Bonanza territory of 70, in which I'm going to call this a 70-80 split title because it has the weight of Zelda as a name, the weight of Ocarina of Time as one of the most cherished games of all time, the budget and the ambition of a big studio behind it. We don't know if it's Velan Studios or Retro Studios or Nintendo in-house or someone else like Capcom, something unexpected. So I'm going to go with like 70-80 for Ocarina and, or no, sorry. Yeah, 70-80. I'm going to go with 70. Wait, hold on. Did I say 60-70? I said Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is 70.
Yeah.
But Donkey Kong Bonanza was also pre-Nintendo 2 price tier, which is now. So I'm actually not sure if I want to stick to 60-70 or go with 70-80. I'm actually gonna go with I think it's gonna be totally worth 70-80.
Yeah.
But I think it would benefit them if they could find a way how to make it 60-70. But do you see how cheap that is?
Yeah,
when
it is.
Look at inflation, it's too cheap. $60 for a game in 2026 compared to $60 for a game in 1998. It doesn't make sense. I guarantee you this game cost more money for Nintendo to make than Ocarina of Time did back in 1993 to 1998. Bigger studios, higher rent, they got to pay their lawyers more, pay their staff more, pay their janitors more. Those people are spending more money to travel to work. Those employees' finances have gone up for their own, entertainment, for their own kids' educations at schools, DWP bills, everything, commercial flights, etc., etc., etc. How could it be 60-70? I think it would be great, but I'm going to go with 70-80. That's what I think Ocarina of Time is going to be.
Yeah, makes sense. And Tears of the Kingdom was 70, so and that was
Right.
that's
and
what
that was already a Nintendo Switch game.
Yeah, and
So I'm going 70-80.
It sold well too.
And to answer your second question, I do think there will be, at the very least, a special edition. Like, maybe this one will be my dream of a $120 version, just for funsies, to make it the MSRP match of back in the day with inflation. And that one might be like, you get a gold steel book.
Yeah.
You get an old school traditional instruction manual in there.
Yes.
And maybe a map, the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time map, but like on a leatherish kind of scroll like Shaboopy. That would be pretty dope.
Shaboopy.
So you get a map scroll kind of thing, an instruction booklet, a gold case steel tinfoil cartridge thing. Maybe.
Ooh, how about if the cartridge itself on the special edition is in gold?
So I would love that all first prints are gold, but maybe you make the special edition like, I don't know if you could make it gold plated because I don't know if it would overheat potentially in the system, but gold with a little bit of an extra something, like gold with a little additional foil on it or something like that to distinguish it just a little bit more. And then the last question, I guess, which you didn't ask yet, but I'll answer, is will there be a special edition console or a Pro Controller that's gold or Joy-Cons or something else? I'm going to say yes to one of those three. Either a console, Pro Controller, or Joy-Cons will have a separate Ocarina of Time emblazed dealio.
Nice. I like it. I'm on board with the controller and the Joy-Cons. I think the Joy-Cons it's not gonna be as special as people think. I think it's just like the little highlight inside in gold, and that's it. Joyce, what do you think? Price? So the question is, what price do you think the game will be? Will there be a special edition at a higher price? And of course, the Paul added the question: will we have a special edition special edition Switch 2, for the game.
Okay, so I heard the question like right before I ran to the.
Mhm.
So okay, so GTA, I 110% agree with Paul. I think that should be $100 plus game. I think Rockstar would be crazy not to charge that much. Why? Again, guys, I think I use this example every other podcast or maybe every podcast. That is a game that you are going to get at least 10 years out of.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on top of that, take $120 or $100 into, and try to go to Six Flags with that. Try to go to Dave and Buster's with that and see how far you get. You're not going to get far. Okay.
Yeah.
Six Flags alone, $40 a parking, and that's the cheap one. $40 to put your stuff in a locker.
Mm-hmm.
And then in my Six Flags, or the one that's not too far from me in the next city over, they also have their own water park inside. That's another $10. It's worth getting the season pass. The season pass I paid only $100 for. Okay. So we're going to be able to go for the rest of the year. My friend's got a few passes, so we're going for the rest of the year.
Awesome.
So yeah, so that is what. So that $100 for that pass, I now get free parking. I now get into the park for free, and I now get access to the water park for free. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that $100 for the season pass has taken care of itself in one trip. So put that against a game like Grand Theft Auto. Y'all got to remember, this is not a 20-hour game. This is a game that's meant to continue for years and years and years. And there's going to be updates. There's going to be all kind of DLC and all kind of jazz that's going to go with it. I'm sure they're going to have special editions, maybe. I don't know if Rockstar does that. Now, when it comes to Ocarina of Time, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all right now, it's going to be $80. It's going to be $80. Can you turn the music down just a little bit? Like, I'm sorry.
So is it $80 for the digital also, or because how Nintendo has a tier price now?
So that would make it 70-80, like Paul said.
Okay.
So but I buy physical, so I'm prepared to pay $80. I can definitely see them because I didn't understand why they didn't do this the first time around with the Switch One at the beginning, but this is just my opinion. I think Nintendo would be very, very silly not to do a special edition Switch 2. I mean, go all out on it. I want the console to basically look different. Don't give us a black console with the edge of gold around it and just paste it on Hyrule Crest. No, I want you all to go all in on it. Okay. I want the Joy-Cons to be gold. Okay. I want the console itself to be a different color. I want the dock to be a different color. I want a Pro controller. I am okay with spending probably because y'all know me. I'm gonna get the new system. I don't need a new Switch 2. I would get it just because of this, because it's Ocarina of Time, because it's Zelda. Give me a special edition like they did with the Wild Era, where we get all kind of fun stuff. Maybe we get a art book. I think they already did that with Tears of the Kingdom. So I don't know if they do it again. Give us a map. I love a map with a manual. Even put little notes in from the devs. We love that stuff.
Yeah.
Give us a keychain. Give us a glowing, master sword or something. Throw something else in there. And I think that would be probably about $150. And of course you get the game as well. Yeah, it's gonna cost money, guys. And I've been telling y'all for how many years we've been doing this, Mike? 4 years?
Yeah.
4 years. I've been telling y'all 4 years. Have a separate account. Throw a few dollars in. As much as you can without, denying your bills and your actual responsibilities, of course. You just throw a few dollars in. And then by the time something comes up that you're really excited about, you already have the money. Yes, financial advice from Joycey. But I've been saving my fun money account, that's my vacation money, my shopping money, my going out money, my game money, anything that's not a necessity, basically money. Um, I have enough saved up over this time period for such a time as this, because obviously you're not going to buy every single game that comes out. You're not going to be interested in every single game comes out. So really, for me, like the first year Switch, with the exception of maybe about 4 or 5 games, I've been able to just throw a few extra dollars on the side because I knew Zelda was coming. I know Mario's coming. I know, and with all the third party we're getting, that's one of the reasons I like to watch the state of play. I know certain games were coming. So that's how you build up that extra reserve, so you don't have to feel. I know some people might have a little buyer's remorse in the sense, well, not remorse, that's not the right word. You might feel a little guilty for shopping or spending money on yourself and everything. This eliminates all of that, because you can honestly say, no, I earned this $80 game, this $120 game, because I saved money for it. I earned it. So and also that doesn't make you selfish. You're okay. You're supposed to have nice things sometimes. It's okay. So you know.
I like it. Thank you for sharing, Joyce. That's a good positive note to leave the podcast on, because yes, guys, you deserve it. Treat yourself. Like
treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself, boo.
I was about to add that besides saving, there's also that pay for zip, little areas here you guys can use to buy your games. If let's say Ocarina of Time is $80, you can't afford it at the time, but you can afford to pay 1/4 of it, and then every 2 weeks when you get paid, they take about $20 out of your paycheck. There's zip. And there's no interest. They just take it out and that's it and done.
You can do. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a video. I have the video where I teach you how to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 cheap, okay, or very in a smart way, where I have more information on that for you guys to check out. But yeah, I mean, it's good to get to be prepared. I think Ocarina of Time, I agree with Joycey and Paul. 70, 80 is going to be the price for it. But I have a different thing for GTA. Let me go get it here because it's on my X account.
Can I say this real quick while you're looking?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I was just going to also say a lot of times, guys, for your job, because just about I think every job, at least in America, insists on paying by direct deposit. We don't get physical checks anymore. Most jobs allow this, most, not all, where you can set up different bank accounts. So if you have like a savings account for your gaming, a savings account, of course, for your regular life, and your regular checking account, you can design it to where they take your paycheck and deposit it in different accounts.
Okay.
So then that way, when you get your paycheck, that's your bill money, your grocery money, your responsible money. And then the other stuff, has gone into your savings and, your fun going out buying game money. So then that, if you can live that way, that's even better, because then you never miss it, but it's there when you need it. All right, go ahead, Mike. What is this?
So and then we'll end it with this. This is my prediction for GTA. Okay. Well, I wrote 100K shares because at the time that I shared this on June 18th, there was 100,000 shares already on the post, and the post had been posted just minutes of the pre-order start on June 25th. So GTA 6 pre-orders will begin next week. I said I'm super curious about the price. My prediction is $120 for the base game. It's worth it. Then $175 for the deluxe, and then I added a $250 for the special edition Ultra Bundle Limited Gold Platinum edition of the game. You get a whole bunch of you get games, you get a whole bunch of stuff, and so that's my prediction for that. If I get it correctly, then Paul and Joycey have to buy me a copy of GTA, and if I fail, then I have to. I'm kidding. That game is too expensive.
I didn't save my money for that.
Yeah.
Besides, I already did my good deed for the year. I already bought my one of my friends something.
All right, and we'll end with this. The poll is up. And let's go ahead and end the poll right now. End poll. Should I play Nintendo 64 or 3DS version? And we have 42 votes with Ocarina of Time Nintendo 64 version, and only 31% for the 3DS. So I will play. I was up playing Ocarina of Time Nintendo 64 version on the channel until I beat it. So expect that starting Monday at our normal time for news around 5 p.m. Eastern time. I'll start playing Ocarina of Time 64 until I beat it. And you guys win. I will play from the NSO, right? NSO. I also have the GameCube controller, so I will bring it all the way through and do the original thing. Let's do it.
GameCube controller. You got to use the Nintendo 64 controller.
Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
I mean, you could, but when you play the Ocarina, nothing beats the C buttons.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on. Nothing beats this baby right here. This rubber. This should.
I like that for newer games, but I will admit, playing because I play a lot of the. I always forget, and it's my favorite Mario. Well, for the most part, it's my favorite Mario. The one on the SNES, Mario World. I mean, I love that game, and I'm like, wow, it's really different playing with a Pro controller. I need to. So that's the other thing I need to invest in. I need to actually invest in a SNES and original NES controller because I'm expecting to do certain moves. Because I believe it or not, I still have muscle memory for that game. And the Pro controller is like the button that I need isn't in the right place. And so I'm like, okay, I just need to buy a SNES and NES controller. So
doesn't it look like a commercial? Like,
Nintendo Switch 2.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Right. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today. The podcast. Zelda. Tomorrow we'll go back to regular topics if Zelda doesn't take over again.
Tomorrow.
But tomorrow. Next podcast.
I was like, we got a podcast tomorrow. Wait a minute.
Well, tomorrow I will be live tomorrow at some point to do a little live stream celebration for the 7th anniversary of the channel, playing games with you guys. And so stay tuned for that. Make sure to turn on that notification bell, hit the like button. If you have not done so yet, hit the like button on the stream. That way YouTube can push it into the stratosphere. All right. And so just a note, I think that I heard somewhere, I'm not sure if it's true, but we'll confirm that YouTube is removing the home button from the subscribe button if you're watching on mobile. So make sure to look for that subscribe button wherever and subscribe to Paul the Great Guild Network, to Joycey over on Twitter because she refused to call it X, and also on the My Galaxy channel here, so you don't miss another stream. My friends,
I think it's just the bell now.
It's the bell, yeah.
It's the word subscribe isn't on there anymore, and I think that's silly.
You have and that'll hurt a lot of channels, but Nintendo's I keep saying Nintendo. YouTube. I'm blaming Nintendo. I'm blaming Nintendo for everything. YouTube is kind of going more towards a viewer first than subscriber than creator first, and so we're trying to survive out here.
It's also trying to go like Twitch for live streaming, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, before
we do
Paul,
our outros.
Paul, do you have anything going on this week?
Doing my countdown still for Star Fox. We're 6 days until the release. Tomorrow is 5. Super hyped. Gaming history videos still going up every day, at least one. Today were like 3 of them, which is pretty cool. And this weekend for Father's Day,
Faja.
Hopefully, my plan is to go to the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizzeria.
I saw that online somewhere. I meant to send it to you.
So that'd be
then
cool.
I figured you would already know.
Yeah.
It's pronounced Faja.
Faja's Day.
Faja.
That sounds like it's such a snazzy place. Faja.
It's like Target, but people say Target.
Target.
Anyway, yeah, thank you for reminding us, Paul. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Happy Father's Day,
Because it'll be after the podcast. So happy Father's Day. Hope you guys all have a great Father's Day. If your dad's not with you, guess what? Remember him deeply and honor him the best way you can. And so yeah, Joycey, you wanna where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter because again, I refuse to call it X because X is a stupid name. I really don't care what anybody says about that. And yes, I call it Twitter in professional settings. Fight me. Anywho, I am at DJ Joycey over there. I apologize, guys. I do not post much anymore. But if you got a Zelda question or just want to chop it up about Zelda or whatever, please feel free to follow me. And also, just gotta make sure I let you guys know, as I will continue to do every week, drink your water, take your vitamins, and deep condition your hair.
All right. Thanks, Elon Musk.
We're getting on. Even though we all just made some money, good money off of him. But anyway.
All right. And you can find me here at the Odyssey. I release random videos. I can't do daily as I was because I don't have a studio right now, but I'm releasing videos whenever I can. So make sure to have that bell is more important than ever if you guys want to follow. Stay in tune with, of course, the 4 copies we're giving away for Ocarina of Time, and of course the Nintendo Switch to give away on the channel. So make sure to hit that subscribe and of course leave that comment as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. You have watched an entire podcast here at the Odyssey, at the Paul Gill Network, and in Joycey's heart.
And we have to tell you 2 things before we go. 2 things, Mike.
Remember, I forgot, my guy. Can you imagine 2 things? 2 things before we let you go. It's 2. 1.
Never give up.
Don't give up. Never do it. It's not good. It's not. No. Don't do it. Don't even try. Don't even think about it.
Never give up because we need you.
Yep, we do need you.
Yes.
And number 2, the journey continues as Paul flies away. Journey on. See you guys later. See you guys soon.
Good night, all right, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Mid-Topic Podcast, all things Nintendo.